Hi, Moonwatcher. I'm just getting everything set up right now. Trying to start a poll. Just give me a minute here. Oh, well, it's not letting me post a poll. I'm going to try one more time.
Hey, can you break this down for me?
The first step for using the quadratic formula is to calculate the discriminant.
Oh.
Done. Okay, start the poll. Don't know why it's not showing the poll. Fudge. Put that away. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out. I don't know why it's not letting me add a poll. Try one more time. Done. For some reason, YouTube doesn't want me to add the poll to this. I don't know why it's been difficult. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Alright, anyone just tuning in, welcome. I just today saw the teaser trailer for Zach Cregger's new movie, and it's going to be a new Resident Evil movie. And from what I saw in the trailer, it looked promising. They didn't give too much away. We will soon be discussing noteworthy things that were shown in the trailer. I wish I took notes on it. Oh, pesky thing. But yeah, I could always just check back on my phone. If any of you have any thoughts about the new trailer, please feel free to share. And yeah. Oh, welcome. Yes, I'm very happy, Jo. Yes, Junior, I am. Welcome to the stream. So if any of you guys have seen the trailer, comment what you guys, your thoughts on it. And for some reason, it's not letting me do a poll. Like, I'm trying to do a poll for you guys to vote on the thing, but it's not letting me. I could try one more time. Try one more time. Try and try. Done. Drag. And then it should let you start poll, but it's not letting me. It's like just sitting there. Like I have the poll like right here, but you guys can't view it for some reason. Forget it. Okay, so a lot of people are skeptic about the new Resident Evil, which it's healthy and it's reasonable to be skeptical because of the past films we've gotten, and most recently the Netflix Netflix movie was pretty bad. Speaking of the Netflix, we got a Netflix movie, if you guys remember, and we got the Netflix TV series that only lasted a season, and it was really terrible. I only watched like a few episodes, and I just didn't want to go beyond that. But yeah. But if you guys have anything you want to share about the new trailer, feel free. I'm just going to kind of be going down the list. And basically just... Sorry, I'm just looking at something real quick. I don't know why it's... Surprised it won't let me... Okay, Q&A sticker. But I don't want that. It should just say do the poll. It's not letting me. Go figure, right? Okay, let me actually try one more time. Because I would like to hear your guys' thoughts about it. If it doesn't work, fuck it. Okay. It should have the option like start the poll, but it's not doing it for me for some reason. Difficult. So never mind, no poll. Effects picker. It's supposed to have a background too, but that fell through. The options. Using a very old iPad, so bear with me. I'm just trying to figure out. If it doesn't let me, it's whatever. So if you guys have seen the trailer, let me know what you think. So kind of just re-skimming over it. It's made by Zach Cregger. He's the guy that did Barbarian and Weapons, which are two really good movies. He's said that he has been a Resident Evil fan like his whole life, or something to that extent. So he seems like he's trustworthy enough to make a film adaptation of this franchise. And from what I understand, it's not going to have any legacy characters from the movies or game series, more so to speak. It's just kind of going to be its own thing. And for what little we know, it's about this guy. Kind of has like a Resident Evil 7 setup to it. So it's about this guy. He finds a house, so I'm already assuming he's on the run from something, and uses the phone to call his girlfriend. And he explains how he something happened to him, and that's why he like lost contact with her or something. So we're already thrown into the situation of the outbreak is already happening or it's happened. Now, what's really gonna be interesting is, will this, since it is technically a Resident Evil property, will this tie into any of the games per se, like not even canon to like the games, but like the game franchise itself? So basically, like, is this going to tie into like the Raccoon City outbreak? Will this lead to like other movies if it does well enough at the box office? Will this lead to like expanding the film universe more in relation to what we have for the games? And maybe down the line after the first movie, we do have legacy characters in place. I don't know when this takes place. I don't remember. The guy obviously didn't have a cell phone, and that's not very common. I mean, it had like, not everyone has a cell phone, obviously, but this guy that was in the trailer, he specifically went to like this cabin house, and there was a home phone. So maybe it takes place in the 90s when technically the Raccoon City outbreak actually happened. We don't, I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I saw in the trailer, what I look at now, doesn't have a cell phone. He's kind of just trying to navigate through. So to put the pieces together in this trailer, it starts off by him going to this cabin. Excuse me, the cabin's empty, but it looks like it's been lived in. So obviously this takes place during the outbreak, or however he's trying to piece together in the movie, like establishing like the lore of like the infected, the zombies. So he goes to this house, makes a phone call to his girlfriend, says that he lost contact with her somehow, and uses the home phone. And then we cut to him like back in the town or city, and we don't know anything at this point. But basically he goes. And this is just me. Like I said, this is just me piecing together the story from the teaser. He goes to the town, and I think the town scenes probably take place before the house scene, but I could be wrong, because like in the house, it seems like in like a clip from that, he's like rummaging through the stuff, like flashlights, medical stuff, a gun, kind of like a sawed-off gun, looking for supplies. Very Resident Evil in that sense, scouring for supplies and all that good stuff. But yeah, after it shows some of the scenes from the town, it has a really strange scene where he gets dragged into a sewer and he sees this morbidly obese thing that I could only describe looks like Baron Harkonnen from the Dune franchise. He sees this thing in there. Yeah, that looks like Baron Harkonnen. What's happening in my comments? You shouldn't come into live saying, "Are you gay?" as your first response. Typical YouTube comments, Caleb. But, give me a second here. I'm thirsty after talking. Okay, yeah. So, he gets dragged into a sewer, meets freaking Baron Fartbag from the Dune franchise. Oh, you guys can see that. Doesn't that look like him? I mean, if any of you are familiar with the Dune movies, doesn't that look like Baron? Weird. I mean, I could only guess, like, when he got dragged into the sewers, that's like an unused tyrant that is like 500 pounds just sitting there, like. Two people in live, oh no, three. Oh, well, thanks for showing up. It feels good to actually have a mod on the scene right now. I appreciate it. More will come, more will come. I'm not worried about it. I kind of just want to discuss this film trailer. So, yeah, he gets dragged in the sewers, and then you get a clip or a scene after he meets Baron from Dune of what looks like a bunch of zombie bodies piled on top of each other. It's hard to make out on my shitty phone without a glare, but something like that. And it kind of reminded me of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Evil Within video games, the Rat King. Kind of made me think of something like that. Like, are these infected basically piling on each other as like extra force? Yes, I did shave. And it's funny because I usually am almost always clean shaven, but kind of just neglected that for a bit. And I got a haircut too, so I don't feel completely disgusting anymore. But yeah, it was interesting seeing, and it's like, I don't know. Again, we don't really know anything because it's just a teaser. But from what I've seen, sorry, let me skip this. From what I've seen, it's either the zombies, like the infected. I'm just gonna call it the T virus because that's all we know from the video games. These T virus infected zombies are like glomming on each other as like an extra force. So like the way it's set up in the trailer shot, it's like you see some of the zombies on the side, like what I showed you, and then there's like the one on top, like its lower half. And it kind of looked like something from Silent Hill. Like, I don't know, and it's funny because like those are obviously two very different franchises, but I guess just the body horror aspect of that. You always do that when I'm in a live, Caleb. I don't know, I noticed that. Every time I go live, you pop in, and then you stay for like 5 minutes, you say, I'm gonna shower. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. I'm just giving you that. But, going back to the trailer, he goes into some building. I don't know, I'm assuming it's like a medical office or something, and he locks a bunch of zombies out. He's seeing a bunch of zombies on the rooftops, and he's being chased in what I could only assume, and it's probably not even called that, but I'm just going to call it Raccoon City. He runs through that, and that's pretty much just the basis of the teaser trailer. And, yeah. pretty much it as far as. I don't have a tripod, so bear with me, people. I did not want to do that. But, yeah, that's kind of just the basis of the trailer so far. Like I said, seems interesting. I'm obviously going to watch it as not just a horror fan, but as a Resident Evil fan as well. And you know, like when a movie comes out, you kind of hear like different things. You hear like, oh, maybe like I heard that Zach Cregger originally made this made this movie without it being a Resident Evil property in mind, and then he somehow got the licensing for Resident Evil, and he just slapped the name on it. And I don't know about that. Too sure. I'm too sure about that. That could just be hearsay, obviously. They've been very quiet about details on the script, the general idea of just this whole movie, which is good because it's like I don't want to be spoiled by anything. I mean, who likes spoilers? But nevertheless, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm definitely looking forward to a full trailer when that comes. Some people online were kind of saying how it basically mirrors like a Resident Evil 7 concept, where like he's a stranger at this house, blah blah blah. But yeah, it may seem that way, but I feel like it's gonna be more tailored. Like obviously the creep element's gonna be there. In the concept of what I've seen for the teaser trailer, basically it's gonna bring back more of the creepy, slow burn factor of the horror of that franchise and what it's known for, rather than jumping straight into like the action horror like the older movies have. And even I guess you could say the Netflix movie kind of was more action horror. I mean, it was definitely something else, and that's what I know. But yes, any of your thoughts are very appreciated. I know that, again, I'm going to be looking forward to watching it. But yeah, the comments are open. If you guys want to share your thoughts, I don't know if you guys are horror fans like I am, or you're just swiping by. But sorry. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I mean, it's nice that even if it has like nothing to do with the game franchise that we all know and love, it's something different, and it's not just gonna be like, even if it's like not exactly what I want as a Resident Evil fan, it's what I'll accept in terms of, because Zach Cregger's he's already known as a very talented horror filmmaker. He came out with 2 really good movies that I like. So no matter what direction he decides to take, and maybe it's just a one-off movie, maybe it's just maybe it does do well at the box office, but it's just a one-off movie, and he decides not to pursue the rest of the Resident Evil franchise and makes more movies on top of that, because he doesn't want to be like known as the Resident Evil director. This is just a project. That's fine. At least, and here's the interesting part: is Resident Evil is a franchise that has been known to reinvent itself over and over again. It reinvented itself with 4 and 5 when it started becoming more action orientated. it reinvented itself when Resident Evil 7 came out and went back to like that slow burn, dark, gritty atmosphere that it capitalized on the early games and kind of expanded that. So it reinvented itself around that time, and then it reinvented itself when it made the remake video games, which have been really good. I won't say a lot about 3 right now because that's a whole open can of worms, but all things considered, it was still a pretty decent remake of a game, albeit a lot of the content was cut out. But that's a different discussion for a different day. Uh, in the movies back in like the early to mid to late 2000s all kind of coincided for when the games were coming out, but it didn't really reinvent itself in that kind of media until it did like the video game movies. And then from there it did the video game movies, and it went and even if it was in a negative way, it still reinvented itself when the Netflix and the Netflix movie and the Netflix series came out. So my long drawn out point is that Resident Evil is a franchise that is always building on itself. It's always reinventing itself. So I feel like with this new movie trailer or teaser of a trailer that just came out, it's like the movie media side of the Resident Evil franchise is once again reinventing itself, and hopefully, just like when Part 7 came out, it reinvents itself in a way to where it's gonna be better, and hopefully the movies, if there are more than one, go in this kind of direction, because from what I've seen in the teaser, so far so good. I don't have anything to complain about yet. Then again, it hasn't come out yet. But me, like everyone else, will have their opinions, especially if you're a diehard fan like me. But I feel easy, rest assured that it's just another cycle of reinventing itself in what seems like a positive direction. It's not reinventing itself and making another blasphemy version like the Netflix series or the Netflix movie. Like, it's actually reinventing itself to go in a different direction, and in a sense dig up the same roots that this franchise has been known for way in the beginning, before any of the games really established itself as like a genuine slow burn survival horror brought on the screen. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. If anyone's checking in and they'd like to share, please let me know. And for some reason, I had the biggest problem trying to create a poll for you guys to vote on, because I want to hear you guys' thoughts, even if you're not going to comment. Because when did this trailer come out? This teaser. Yesterday. Okay, so like a day ago. So it's still pretty fresh. Reading some of the comments on the trailer, somebody said, "This is the story of the NPC who wrote 3 journal pages right before the attack of the zombies that you read in the game." Pretty true. Okay, someone else said he looked like Vladimir Harkonnen. "This is my sewer, my Raccoon City, my rot." So I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that thing in the sewers looks like Harkonnen. Dude running with a medical kit. Hope he made it out with green herbs. Yeah. And somebody else also said like that you could in like one of the frames of the trailer you spot like a potted plant. It has like a yellow stripe around it, like how the herbs would look like from the games. And people are all excited saying, "Are they bringing the herbs into the games?" And while that is a cool, funny little detail, there are many things to focus on. Finally, another person for Chris to chase for the Redfield lineage. Yep. That's right, totally not Leon Kennedy. You don't have to be chased down by Chris anymore to carry on the Redfield seed. Oh, God. I didn't that go to sleep last night, but it's better than nothing, I guess. September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. How refreshing in 2026 we see a movie trailer without a slowed down version of a pop rock song fading in and out throughout the whole trailer. Yep. It's like trailers follow a certain formula, whether it be good or bad, and they kind of run wild with that. Yes, red green herb cameo. That's what someone's pointing out. Another comment says, Harkonnen is back. I swear what that thing in the sewers looks just like him. I don't know if you guys are Dune fans out there, but it looks like him. Somebody else commented, feels like Ethan's storyline. Kind of does, at least from 7. That's kind of what I brought up earlier. Sorry, I'm just waiting to skip this commercial. It lets me. Someone did a San Andreas reference. Oh shit, here we go again. Yep, and hopefully it's a more positive run this time. 10 out of 10 trailer, just for the fact the whole plot wasn't revealed in 1 minute. Yep, that's what I like too. I hate when you go and watch a movie trailer and it basically just draws out all the movie except for like the meaty details. It's like, well, you might as well just show me the whole movie. Somebody else commented, I'm getting Evil Dead vibes, and I'm getting more Evil Dead vibes than Resident Evil vibes, but still more hopeful than the previous films. So that's correct there. I'm definitely more hopeful. I can't believe Trailer Guy convinced me to give Resident Evil a chance. It's amazing, isn't it? Somebody said, the director of Weapons gave me 2 tickets. Somebody's excited. Somebody else commented, as a massive Resident Evil fan, I just want to see a good Resident Evil movie that's actually loyal to its source material. And again, it may not even completely be like tit for tat on the resource material, but I'll take it just for the tone. Somebody also said, this feels 1% like the Resident Evil universe, and they only get the 1% for having different types of infected. It could be. Actually, I already read that one. Somebody else commented, surely I'm going to watch this in the cinema. This new Resident Evil movie is kind of more like on random survivor's perspective compared to the actual characters like Leon, Chris, Jill, and Claire, and others. It really looks interesting as well. Somebody else commented, why the fuck I heard the Novister sound after I love you. Ooh, are they gonna be in there? Those flying horrible things. But you know what's funny is like I recently replayed the original part 4, and I had a much easier time, even on professional mode, with the Novisters, or however you pronounce them. In the remake, I had a much easier time defeating them, even on professional expert mode, compared to even just normal on the original. God, I hate them in that. Their music, weird, like alternative beats. Jonah Hill Jonah. I've gotten that one before. Kind of a sad day when current Jonah Hill's skinnier than you. Bet he misses all this stuff. Just... Somebody else commented, this feels like Ethan in Biohazard. The zombie really gives that feeling. Yeah, somebody else said it's a lot like Ethan Winter's story, more so. Somebody else said, looks interesting. Not sure if the title is right, but it could be a good movie. And that kind of feeds into the theory that people have, where it's like he wrote a pre-existing movie and at the end just slapped the Resident Evil name on it. But no, I guess we'll have to see. Somebody else commented Evil Within. That's what I said. It's a very, or at least that one's zombies all together has a very Resident Evil Within feel to it. Somebody else saying this feels a little more like Evil Within, and I must say I'm actually excited about seeing a movie again. So just going down the comments, it's mostly positive. Another Vladimir Harkonnen comment. See, I'm not the only one. Kind of a negative comment. Somebody commented, just call it something else because this has nothing to do with Resident Evil. Somebody responded, it takes place in Raccoon City, plus how do you know from a 2-minute... True, and is it confirmed it takes place in Raccoon City? I don't really think. I swear I breathe wrong and this thing falls over. I don't know, hard to say, especially because it's so early. I really wish I could put, I don't know why, like on my phone, I need to get a new phone, but it has me able to do a background, but not on here. But reading the comments, like I said, reading the comments for the trailer, more positive than negative, which is always a good sign. Somebody else said, this actually looks sick. Been a while since a movie trailer has made me want to go to the movie theater on a release date. So far, so good. Another negative comment, but it kind of is in the same way of the other comment. You wanted to make your own story, but couldn't get producers, so decided to slap a famous IP on this. Understandable. Like again, we'll just have to see. because this is only a teaser. It's not the actual trailer. Somebody else commented they misspelled Silent Hill. That's kind of the point I made with like the multiple zombie bodies coming out the door. Like that's more like Silent Hill oriented, or something from, or better yet, the Rat King from Evil Within. Unless for the first time ever we're seeing the zombies work together in that sense, piling on top of each other. I was just gonna say working together, but then again, they work together in later installments when they're a little less zombified and more angry, infected human. Like in part 4 and 5, 6 has a little bit of mix of both. Recently replayed 5 too. I think I liked it better when I was a kid, more so than now. Just not a lot stands out to me.
Feel like taking a long car ride in a wet sweatsuit.
And that's the thing, is like, at least people say what they want about the 6th game, but at least there were parts of it that actually stood out to me. It wasn't just didn't feel grating. It's like every story, every character scenario that you went through at least felt unique in that kind of sense. A non-W, a W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movie? Now we can finally enjoy Resident Evil on the big screen. Somebody made a game joke. Just casually opens a random person's door in their house. I'm here to break your pots. From Euphoria to Weapons to this, I'm very happy that this guy is getting success in his career. Yeah, he played the drug addict in Weapons. Somebody else said the camera angles were so good, made me feel as if I was in the game. Yeah, except non-fixed camera angles. Somebody else commented, should have given this director the Silent Hill franchise. Yeah. I think now, after all of this time, having just not just disappointing movies, but towards the end video games, other than the Part 2 remake and F, I think Silent Hill needs to have its flowers. It's time that we took better care of that franchise in terms of media and video games. Doing so far so good on the game aspect. I haven't played F yet, but I've heard good things. Why was Vladimir Harkonnen just chilling in the sewers? See, guys, I'm not the only one that thought that. Thank God. Ooh. I mean, again, I'm looking forward to it. Just gotta look something up while we wait for more people to get in. It's weird on my phone. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking something up for the background. I don't even think I could add comments on here. It's just so much different on my tablet compared to like my phone or a computer. Excuse me for 1 second. Muy bem.
The laboratory treatment and the building lives in when heat and process energy differently. That's why Royal King developed over 60 formulas immediately tailored to meet the needs of different markets. Royal King. So out of there was not letting me. This thing's a headache. I mean, I'm trying to, like, I'm using my tablet and I'm trying to get the start the poll, but it won't let me. It's being stupid.
Shit, my head. Elliot, will you stream a Code Veronica gameplay? I'd love to. Recently I jumped back into replaying the original part 2. Still at the beginning. I haven't even met the tyrant yet, so I mean it doesn't. Okay, so I did a 3-parter series, I guess you could say, of lives of Resident Evil 4. So I chopped it down to the village, the castle, and the island. And I kind of did it in parts like that on purpose so I could separate it. But kind of like, so to draw back into the point, so I was streaming the original Resident Evil 2 gameplay, but it was kind of sporadic. It wasn't broken down in chapters or this or that. Just like casual long play gameplay for people to watch, maybe have on in the background. But I'm thinking of doing that with Code Veronica too, and I won't, unlike Resident Evil 4, like I won't chop it into specific chapters. It'll just be the gameplay, and it'll just be right back into where I left off, without it being like a specific marker, because I don't want to be like, for instance, Code Veronica, the Ashford Island, and complete that, and then it's like Code Veronica Part 2, the Antarctica, like, because that game's a little more difficult, at least for me, so I don't want to like put expectations while doing it live. Like I'm gonna get a certain chapter done of every video, unlike 4, which I know like the back of my hand. So there's that expectation of I can break it up into 3 parts. But yeah, Code Veronica is just gonna be one of those ones where I just jump into it. So stay tuned for that. I have been. And it's funny you say that, because I've actually been planning on doing that here soon. And eventually, when I get Part 9, I'm going to be doing that as well. Yeah, that's my plan. You know what I should do? Turn my laptop here. Because for some reason, when I do certain things on my tablet, it doesn't do it right. Just firing up the old computer. this closer here. Let's see if I could create the poll on my desktop. Worth a shot, because apparently my tablet hates me. Let's see what the old desktop can do.
Ollie doesn't pay for cart wranglers. Those savings go to you.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
That's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed.
Okay, so I just added a comment. Thought it sounded like Paramore. Please don't get me in trouble. Sounds- hope that doesn't get me in. No, it shouldn't. Okay. Trust you. If not, I'm fucked. That's good. Oh, okay. Oh, you better not. Ay, ay, ay. Apparently, John Goodman vapes now.
It's time to be in front of the camera. It's everybody is on their game, and it's just fun. It's fun.
I agree with John that it's just a privilege really to be to play in a world in which you can be this outlandish, keep it in the frame, and then it all lands and it all kind of means something. And that's what these guys do, and that's what we try to do for them, and we have a good time doing it. I think we're some of the luckiest people kind of working right now. It's a very cool world to play in.
When it's time to be in front of the camera, it's just fun. It's fun.
I agree with John that it's just a privilege really to be to play in a world in which you can be
John
this
Goodman's
outlandish, keep it in the frame, and then it all lands.
Spread the
and
news.
it all kind of means something.
He deserves it.
And that's
back in 65, smoking shit on the street. Cops didn't say nothing. Hell, he's getting high too. Everybody was good. Wasn't a thing to do because it was a thing to do, you know. It was a thing to do because it got you high. Can you dig it?
I feel you. Nah, that's why I'm doing it. I feel it. Man, you cool as shit, mister. I hate to do it, but I gotta charge you. That's $60. $60? Yeah.
Man, I remember when a dime bag cost a dime. You know what I mean? You know how much condoms used to cost back in them days?
How much?
We never used them. Oh, back in 65, smoking shit on the street.
What a legend. It's going to be a sad day when he passes. If you see something, say something. I respond to all.
A new Butterfinger ice cream bar.
You mean the double treat I've been dreaming of? I thought we didn't have any secrets, Terrence.
It's Steve.
Black and yellow, 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 black and yellow. Does it sound like black and yellow? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black. Quiet night tonight. Y'all see something? Say something. What I should do is since we're not talking about the topic anymore, I should end this stream and then do my usual chill stream. I mean, I don't think I have anyone watching to give me an opinion on it, but I think I'll do that. So anyone watching, stay tuned. I'm going to end the stream and then start it with a new topic.
Lime, pink punch, and grape. Celebrating the win this year with Lifesavers.
Just spray, then play. With Spruce. Pet friendly, we